Every Step Forward, a Kingdom Hearts fanfiction by Kessie-Louise. Interim 1. Master Yen said is letting Donald, Goofy, and I use his tower to rest. They keep asking me how I feel. I don't feel any different, really, but they keep looking at me like something is supposed to happen. I guess I was in that kind of heartless form for too long. The thing is, I don't remember much about that time. It was like I was asleep, but angry. Always angry. And a voice. I remember a voice that kept telling me what to do. I trusted that voice, even though it made me angrier sometimes. I miss that voice now. It belonged to that nobody that was there when Kairi woke me up. But who were they? She never gave us her name before leaving. Did I know her from somewhere else? Will we meet again? I don't know. My head really, really hurts. Maybe I should take a nap. Interim 2. It's been a few days and I feel a bit better now. My head isn't threatening to pound out my skull at least. Donald and Goofy came to wake me up this morning. They said that Yen Sid wanted to see me. Something about our next steps after the Mark of Mastery. Goofy even let it slip that Yen Sid was also going to talk to Kairi, Riku, and King Mickey about their next adventure, so I immediately booked it to Yen Sid's room. I was still too late to meet them, or even get to say goodbye. Turns out Kairi is joining Axel in training under Merlin's watch. King Mickey and Riku went to go save Aqua in the Realm of Darkness. And me? Well, I still need to learn the power of waking to help Ventus, Terra, Roxas, and Naminé, which I lost the ability to do when I became that heartless thing. Master Yen Sid recommended that we visit Herc. Hercules lost his strength in an effort to save Meg last time we saw him. He was able to get it back and probably even became stronger than before. With some luck, he might help me too. There's just one teeny tiny little problem before we head out. The world's gates have closed again. May my heart be my guiding key. Interim 3. It's taken a while, but Aqua and Ventus are back with us. I had to go in to help Riku and King Mickey, because of course they needed my help. Not long after Aqua came to her senses, she, Donald, Goofy, and I went to their homeworld and woke Ventus up. It was a bit harrowing because of Vanitas, but now we're all safe and back at Master Yen Sid's tower. Yen Sid called us to his room so we could all re-meet each other before heading to the Keyblade graveyard tomorrow. It was around that time that Ven asked about a person named Sabrina. Couldn't say I'd ever heard the name before, but something felt familiar. After Axel mentioned that everything was too hard to get a handle on, Jiminy told us that our gummy phones were updated with all the information we needed. Turns out, Sabrina knew Terra, Aqua, and Ven before they went missing. She was princess of a world called Wasteland. Then Sabrina also went missing. No one knew where she went, and Wasteland was in a wreck about it. Then her Heartless was found. At some point, Sabrina was forced from body and heart. Her Heartless seemed to mind its own business, but her Nobody joined the true Organization 13. It was her. It was her Nobody that was there when Kairi woke me up. I don't want to hurt her, but she's also part of the organization. They have to be stopped. If Riku, Kairi, and I weren't going to take a trip home before the fight, I'd ask Ven about it. He seems to be pretty concerned about her too. Interim 4. The final Keyblade War has begun. Xehanort was waiting for us. He and his cronies gave their little spiel before summoning a whole wave of enemies. Heartless, Nobodies, Unversed, all of them. There were a lot, but between the 9 of us, it was barely a problem. Someone was waiting for us now that the small fry were gone, though. It was Sabrina's Nobody. She immediately summoned Sabrina's Heartless and demanded to fight me one-on-one. She warned that something worse was coming, and she wanted to end any debts we would have had. No one really knew what to do, not until Ven stepped up and offered to help me fight her, encouraging the others to go ahead. There was still some hesitation, but soon it was just us against Sabrina's Nobody and Heartless. We took down our Heartless first. Before it disappeared, it looked to our Nobody. There seemed to be some kind of understanding between them. After that, Sabrina's Nobody fought even harder than before. Ven had to force me to stop fighting when Sabrina's Nobody suddenly collapsed to her knees. It took me a moment to realize it, but she was crying. I was so stunned I didn't react. But Ven did. He calmly walked over to her, got down to her height, and gave her a hug. Her Nobody nearly clung to him as she cried even more. I couldn't hear what he was saying to her, or what she was saying back, but I knew it must have been something only they could share. There was one part I heard for certain. No matter where you end up, I'll find you, and I'll be there when you wake up. It was the kind of promise Kairi and I made, the kind I'd tell Riku too if he ever went someplace without us. And then she was gone. Ven remained where he was for a few moments before getting back up again. We exchanged a look and knew what came next. When Ven nodded, I nodded back. It was time to finish this war. Interim 5. The war is over, but Xehanort took Kairi from us. He did it just to make me fight him to complete Kingdom Hearts. And it worked. Xehanort opened Kingdom Hearts in front of us. Donald, Goofy, and I followed him in, and we were able to finally put an end to Xehanort's reign. Our friends joined shortly after. Inside Terra was the heart of his master, Ericus, and together Ericus and Xehanort passed on. In that moment, I made up my mind on one thing. I'm going to use the power of waking to get Kairi back. I just don't really know how yet. If only it were as easy as... Wait. Maybe I could use Xehanort's own medicine against him. Yeah. I just need to think. What would be the best point to go back in time to? The start of the Keyblade War is no good. Maybe the moment he took Kairi from us to begin with. Yeah! It's going to be tricky, though. A version of me already exists in that time, and I don't plan on interrupting myself from what was going on. Maybe that's where the power of waking will come in? Maybe. Won't know until I try, right? Interim 6. Truthfully, I didn't really know what world she would end up in. Guess I kinda followed Sora and let my heart guide me. Feel kinda stupid for not realizing it would be her homeworld. I found her in the throne room, laying in the middle of the room, just a few walks away from the throne itself. Even in knowing that she should be aware by now, that didn't stop me from tiptoeing to her side. I haven't seen her in so long. I almost forgot that she sleeps a bit like Aurora, beautiful with a sense of calmness. Like all she knew, even while asleep, was that she was in good hands and didn't need to worry. When I got close enough to her side, I bent down and simply waited. Sure enough, she opened her eyes and stared right at me. Told you I'd be there when you woke up. No response. I held my hand out to her. She stared at it, then at me, before taking it. We were both trembling as I helped her to her feet. Of course I had to tease her once she was upright. Still no response. But the face she made indicated that she was calculating something. Soon, slowly, she moved a bit closer and allowed her head to fall on my shoulder. I couldn't help but smile knowing what it meant. My arms all but moved on their own as they wrapped around her in a tight hug. I think we both needed one at that point. Interim 7. I don't think I'm ever going to use the power of waking again. I feel exhausted, as if bringing back a heart took a piece of mine as well. But I know my heart is still whole. It's weird. What would have happened if I had to use it more than once in rapid succession? Like if all of us had fallen at the Keyblade graveyard. I kind of get sick thinking about it, so it's probably best if I don't. Kairi is here now, and that's all that matters. It was her idea to see how our friends were doing before going home. We saw the fireworks at Disney Castle, welcoming King Mickey, Donald, and Goofy back. We got ice cream in Twilight Town. We even went to Radiant Garden to wake Naminé up in a new replica body. After the world tour, imagine our surprise when our friends were throwing a beach party back at home. Even Hayner, Pence, and Alette were invited. It was so great getting to see everyone interact, some for the first time in years, and others for the first time in, well, ever. And yet, somehow, I just couldn't find it in me to be with the others. Kairi noticed and joined me anyway. We sat on the crooked palpu tree like we always did, staring out into the sunset. Everything should have felt right. Everything should have felt whole. When Kairi asked if I was alright, I had to tell her the truth. I'm not. And I don't know why. We went silent again after that. I think she wants to help, but doesn't know how. I wish I knew too.